we arrived here at night, and back then you had to walk across the tarmac. The plane rolled up, steps come up to the plane, people disembark. And I just remember getting hit with the heat because I had never experienced that much dry heat in my face in my life. And one of my teammates had committed to come on scholarship also. So we had been friends through high school. So it's not like I came alone. But I remember looking at him and I said, man, this is like being on another planet. Philly is a distant memory now. We might as well get used to this. And we get our bags, we go out in front of the airport. First time ever being away from home, you know. We walk out, taxi cab pulls up. You guys need a lift? Yes, we do. Where to? University of Texas, El Paso, Barry Hall dormitory. And he brings us up, and that was our first time hitting the ground in this city.
What was your experience in terms of eating here?
They always had good food in the cafeteria, and what I really liked was periodically they would have International Day, and so they would have like Moroccan cuisine, they would have African cuisine. They just made a point of trying to expose us to food from different parts of the world. And some of it I was a little bit hesitant to try, but some of it I tried, and you know, and it didn't kill me. I actually embraced it. The first time I ever tasted chicken fried steak was in UTEP's cafeteria. I didn't know what chicken fried steak was. The name didn't even make sense to me. And so we're all in line, coming with our trays, and it's my first time being in the cafeteria. And one of my buddies, you know, he's telling him what he wants. He says, Jake, you got to try that chicken fried steak, man. And I said, chicken fried what? What are you talking about? He says, it's good. Trust me. So I got it. They put gravy on it. We got our vegetables and stuff. And, you know, lo and behold, I did really enjoy it. It was different. They had a Taco Bell. And this was one of the old ones. When they had the little arches with the bricks, it didn't look anything like it looks now. And they had one right off campus on Mesa. And so first week we were here, we would walk from the dorms, just surveying the campus and the area around the campus. And we'd go to the Taco Bell. Tacos were so cheap, you know, and we'd get 5 or 6 of them and eat them. And I know that wasn't the authentic thing, but it was our first introduction to it. And then as that semester went on, we ventured further and further from campus, and then friends would say, hey, you got to try this place, or we're going downtown to this place. So we would walk everywhere we went, and we discovered the Big Fisherman, which was down the hill. It was near, I guess it was Missouri and Stanton, I believe, right on that corner. And I still dream about that little place because the food was amazing. And everything was fresh because he would get it trucked in every week. So you could get red snapper and sea bass and flounder, jumbo shrimp straight from the Gulf. And then he had steaks. And his ribeye steaks, you could get a ribeye steak for like $1.95 with a baked potato. It was amazing. A buddy of mine, one of my hurdler teammates, because I ran hurdles, and he was from here, and really likable guy. And one day he said, Jake, I'm gonna take you over to Juarez for some authentic Mexican food, man. I know a great place, you'll really love it. Let me treat you. So we go, and he drove over, and we went to this place, and it was so nice. It was just like I would have imagined a place to be. Never have been to one, but still. And the waiter was very polite, and we ate, and I got tacos, and they were so good. The corn tortillas were fried, and it was just, you know, just the right amount of lettuce and tomato and cilantro and everything. It was just perfect. And we had a good meal, And we part company later. And the next day, well, within 15 hours, I imagine, I had the worst case of food poisoning you could ever imagine. Terrible. Montezuma's revenge, almost killed me. That was my worst experience with food poisoning. But even in light of that, I love those tacos. Because I couldn't, I know it wasn't that. And Danny even told me, my friend, he says, Jake, it was probably the water. And you're not used to this region. And I said, you know what? You're right, man. But he says, I told him I'm going back. We got to go back there. I don't remember the name of the place, but it was just, and it's one of those memories. As the years go on in the 70s, you discover places. I used to go to Sambo's. There was a place here called Sambo's. Oasis Diner, which was right next to the entrance of the Plaza Theater. So it was just a little diner, 24 hours, open day and night. And it was a nice place to go stop after you went to the movies, because that's when the Plaza had movies every week. I saw The Exorcist in the Plaza Theater. Kramer versus Kramer, all those great movies that came out in the 70s. We used to get together and we'd go as a group and go to the movies there. Come out and go to the diner, grab a burger, and a Coke. So yeah.
What about soul food?
Soul food here was pretty limited, but the one place that was always consistent and excellent was Bill Park's. And so that was our little haven. We would go to Bill Park's, and it was always a nice, clean place. But I just remember never getting a bad plate of barbecue at that place. And I remember him very well. Very quiet-spoken, really nice, gentle man. So that was pretty much our place for doing barbecue. In the late 70s, we discovered the Cattlemen's. And, we would all have to pitch in, birthday money and everything else to get it done. But we somehow, and this would be like guys from the basketball team, the track team, we would get together sometimes and just go out there. And we would have jalapeno eating contests, and I would always win. So I just love capsaicin. It's just, for me, I wish I had known about it when I was competing, because I literally would have been biting peppers before my race, because it just put me in such a state of euphoria. I don't know what it is about really hot peppers, but it's almost, I feel like I can run through a brick wall. I don't know what you call that phenomenon, but it's total euphoria for me. And but we would go out, and I never would say a word, but inadvertently, there would be guys, when they would bring out your appetizers and stuff, and somebody would make a challenge, Hey, man, let's have a jalapeno, let's have a pepper eating contest. Let's see who the king is. I wouldn't say a word. And then I'd say, all right, let's load them up. And we would go, and they would be sweating and crying and moaning and groaning, and they've never really affected my stomach or anything. So I guess I'm blessed in that respect, but